Okay, well, thanks for coming to this little snapshot session here. And I want to talk to you about those organizational equipment and some tips to go along with it. I kind of geek out on that organization. I love to organize. I'm always looking for ideas, and I can always get better at it. So I try and pick like one thing, get better at it, and there's all these tools and tricks out there and PE hacks. And here's some information, my contact information, if you ever want to check out some other ideas further. I do a full session on this, and I have some ideas on the timers and my warm-ups using these pieces of equipment. Okay, so my daily setup, I am big on a wheeled cart, and so whenever I see one out in the hallway and no one wanted it anymore, we would always like, yoink, okay, that's ours. When in the teacher staff room, they're like, this is free, whoever wants it. So we started with the old wheeled carts, and then eventually we found the ones with the wings that come out so that our data readers sit out there really nicely for our pedometers. So the students, the readers are here on the side, and then having this, well, here it is right here. The quick ID is a great visual so that now I have my attendance done. I know what students are not here. Real quick visual, and I know at the end of the class when they're all back that my students are ready to rock and roll at the end. So having that daily setup really helps me out, and then I can have on my cart, we have another cart, my colleague's cart has the speaker on it. We have a timer that goes with it, and then just having that there, and then I can take it off, I fold it up, and I put it on my cart, and I pack up my cart, and then I wheel it in for the day. So it's really one of that go-to daily setup. I have that wheeled cart, and then I can post my learning targets or what we're doing for the day or a bulletin and have that home-based space. All right, the other thing that I love for the classroom organization is the pedometers. For the pedometer, so our students wear the Daily Fit Step Pros, and for Maria Court, she has these great M's. You want to manage, you want to move, you want to motivate the students, and they also help you measure. They can see what they're doing, how active are they, how much MVP are you reaching, and there's other sessions on it, I think later this week with Dr. Bob on the pedometers and how they work. So our students, it's a great organizational tool. Again, being able to do your attendance, okay? And then the students being able to wear them. In my session yesterday, we wore them, and then everyone was able to see how much activity time did we have, the whole piece of the whole activity time, and then how much MVPA, that piece of the pie that they were active in that moderate to vigorous level. And then being able to download them, and then to their files and print those reports. They can take them to my technology teacher, right? Their data, if they want to do some keying, if they want to do some graphs, if they want to do some math with that. There's a lot of integration with the other core subject areas or other subject areas. One thing I wanted to show today and highlight as well is the Class Q holders. So how are you posting your learning targets? How are you utilizing your wall space? So we hang these up in our four corners of the gym for a 4-corner warm-up. Is a great activity, but you could really utilize them for everything. So I wanted to show just some examples of them in use. They're really sturdy, and I like how they hang up on the wall. But I have some here with our vocabulary, our standards, putting them in student-friendly language. And then right here, when I was in the weight room hanging these up, we were talking about the FIT principle. So frequency, intensity, time, and type according to training for muscular strength and muscular endurance. But having those visuals for the kids so they can go back and check, they can look at them. Here you could even just have some write-on ones and then hang them up in there. So they're a really great tool, and I'm really enjoying using them. Another one that I wanted to be sure to share with you for organizational equipment and tips is a Smart Dock. So the Smart Dock, I've really loved using it in a variety of ways. We have it it rotates any direction, keeps the paper in there, and it has a little hole here, so for the pencil to hang down and be able to sign up for things. So we have choice days where the kids can sign up for the activities that they've learned and then they want to dive further into. So here's an example of that. The other neat things that I found with it is our bowling scoring. So we set up bowling lanes, so a large cone, and that goes on top of it, and then there's their lane, and then they have their score sheet, or we have our iPads. There's a kickstand on the back, and it just hangs off of here. So it's kind of cool. They have their electronic bowling going with their electronic bowling scorekeeping, and they had their lane, and they were doing their scorekeeping on the iPad app. For my golf unit, I had my iPad on here, and then I did video analysis. So they were here, and then they were watching their partner hit. They were switching on and off, and they got to come back to the Smart Duck with the iPad on it and watch themselves hit for their golf unit. So it's been really neat to use it in a variety of ways. And then here's some other pictures, so the bowling idea. And then lastly, one thing for me, or it's not last, sorry. Another one for me is the Cobble Court. Having the nets, I don't know about you, but moving all the standards around, now I've been able to go from 6 standards down to 2. And so being able to have the nets at different levels, and then for small-sided games. So this net here, a new unit that I did this year, we're exploring the net game. So we had the foot pong. Have you guys ever heard of that one? It's a great net game. So the net was down low, especially my soccer players, learning how to use the feet in a net game. And they get really excited about that because they're like, Miss Shawley, okay, I'm not so good with my hands. So everyone got to be successful. My soccer players really got to show off here, and the other kids got to challenge and get better at that. And then for my volleyball players. So we had different nets going on, and it was a really fun unit. So we actually did the jigsaw method where this group was doing foot pong, this group was learning CPAC takraw, this group was learning bounce volleyball, and another group was learning another game. And I was able to have the nets clicked into different positions, and then they were able to learn the game, develop the game, and then they taught the rest of the class. And so they were learning a variety of games. And it was really nice to use this system to keep it organized. And there's just some more pictures of it. We've really enjoyed using it this year. It carabiner clips onto the wall and then unclips, and then I wheel it into my bucket, and then I just stack it up and we're good to go. I only need my one standard in the middle. So multiple heights, adjustable nets. I really wanted to share that as something because it saved me a lot of money with the standards, not having to have all 6 of them.
If you wanted, is it possible to have all those nets at the same height?
Yeah, you can have them at the same height too, yep. So for when we did do all volleyball straight across, we just clicked them all up at this level. And so I had 2 up high, 2 down low, the other 2 on the other side in the middle. So it was pretty cool to be able to do that. And then we just pulled tight. Another one, the cart go, having a collapsible cart. All my in-season stuff, what I'm using right now, boom, 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 going in that in-season cart and being able to carry it anywhere. And then I like how this one has like the sturdy bottom in it, and then so that the things don't sag through on the bottom. So I wanted to throw that one out there. We had tons of carts, and then I like how it collapses up, so nice. So really that was it, just a quick showcase of this. I wanted to have these out here and these here, and then you've seen these. But just thinking about that, how to maximize your space so that things are easier for you. You know, being able to hang these up and then just pack them up and go, being able to hang these up off the wall and pack them up and go is really, really helpful. I do have some free resources too for folks, and it talks more about how I use those with my timers for my warm-up. So if you want some free resources and activities, I wanted to offer that for you as well here. And is there any questions? There's 3 that come with the initial set, and then I got another one. So I have 4 on each. I have 4 on a basketball court. Yep, 4 nets on a basketball court. So I set up 4 small-sided games on the court. So, or for pickleball, badminton, volleyball, whatever level you want.
Can it set up more than 4, or 4 is the max?
I think 4 is the max. Yeah.
Can you just explain the Combo Court for those who don't know what the product is?
Okay, so yeah, the Combo Court is the net system, and what's cool is the nets hook together themselves so that you don't have to have all the standards. So 2 nets hook together, and then they hook to the standard, and then the other 2 nets. And then you can have it at whatever level you want because of that system, how it clips to the wall. So I clip it to the wall here, and then I go down to my standard, and I can clip it at whatever level here. But what was nice is again, being able to clip to the wall and not having to have the standards, because I don't have the in-floor standards, was really helpful.
What are the
Yeah.
anchors on the wall like? How do those anchors attach to the wall?
They come with some anchors, and my maintenance partner just drilled it in, and then the carabiner clips onto it. And then there's different numbers. It's all numbered. So if pickleball was at 16, then the kids know to clip into 16, and then get it connected to the standard.
One pole in the center and then
Yeah.
nets go out.
One pull in the center, nets go out, and then clip and clip. Yeah.
So they had to drill into the court too?
Underneath on the very side. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I was really thrilled that we just started using those recently. I've been wanting to go from less standards because they take up so much room in the corners, and we're always with athletics. They're like, can you move these safety inspections, coming and all this kind of stuff. So it's been really helpful. They're really excited that I'm down to 2 standards. Okay, that's it. Thank you all for coming.